Alright guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, we're back to doing these at the shop because I remembered I have to do an update video. Let's see. Rob Clement's on the dyno. We got him drained down of that E67. I put some pure E85 in there. We're up to E80. Went ahead and did some rough tuning on that, so I got it worked at E80. I'm going to go grab a little bit more E85 here in a minute at lunch and get it on true E85, and we're going to go for all the power numbers and get that squared away, along with ironing out the compensations between 80 and 85, which should be like 2%. Once we got that ironed out, I'm going to start blending it down. So I'll suck out a little bit of ethanol, put in a little bit of gas, ethanol gas, until I get down to pure gas. That's the end goal. I want to be on pure gasoline. Once I got that squared up, on low boost is 15 pounds, so it's going to be pretty rowdy on pure gasoline. Fortunately, it's intercooled, everything's square. This thing will be ready for the nose to go on, the side fairings to go on, everything to be tucked up and go home. I'm ready for it to go home. I did get the speedometer reading correctly. That is freaking awesome. The gas gauge quit reading, so I got to check that. I don't know if the sender went bad or what. Not a big deal if it did. We can work it out. Not huge. But I am, well, that's on blowers right now because I just got done running. I am over here on the Bossman bike, so Amos brought this in for winter storage program. My winter storage program is pretty simple. I've already drained. This bike is on ethanol. Any bike that is on ethanol or a race fuel will be drained of that fuel. So if you want to keep it, drain it yourself. Otherwise, I'm going to waste it. I'm going to put it into a mixed fuel container because I don't know 100% if it's pure. In his case, it was pure 85. I put it in that. And I'm going to put it on 91 octane pump gas and flush the system out. This bike is now running on 91 octane. It's a little rich. It is what it is. It's not perfect tune. It's just good enough to get it cleared out and ready to store. Currently working on the next step, which is to wipe and wax the bike down so that it doesn't look like crap. Once it's wiped and waxed, I'm going to drain all of the water out of it. This is a race purpose only bike, so it has pure water in it. I'm going to drain that out, and this one I will likely leave empty, and we will just refill water in the spring. I'll add a note to the windshield, sticky note, that says no water in bike, do not run. And I can still start it and run it in like 30-second to a minute intervals, but not probably going to have to with this bike. It won't be sitting too long. I'm currently tending the battery fully up. Then I'm going to go ahead and paint marker his name on that battery, and it will go on a shelf over there where I will be cycling it through a tender I have set up. Every day I'll come in, move tender to another battery, move tender to another battery, on and on and on, to keep them circulated and charged. And this bike will go down to the storage unit where it will be tucked away with a blanket over it, ready to rock and roll in the spring. All I'll have to do is roll it up here, throw a battery in it, throw antifreeze in it, or in his case, pure water. Drain the tank out and put E85 back in it, although it sounds like we're going to put this on MR12, and he'll be ready to race. So it is currently in storage. Storage fee is $10 per month per bike. So if you get 3 bikes, $30 a month. That includes all those services. I'm taking maybe half an hour to go through this thing and get it ready for storage, and I'll spend like a minute a week circulating that battery over with all the other batteries. So each battery will get circulated each day. Let's see, what else we got going on? Chris Charles. I've got to figure out, Jegs is supposed to have shipped out, and I haven't received it yet, the recirc valve. Other than that, everything's ready to go. I got strapping there to rebuild the straps for the plenum because they cracked under boost. Not surprising, they're cheesy, they're monsters. Warren's bike, the Max ECU, he's settled on ordering it. I don't know if he's ordered it. That's Dennis' bike. Dennis's bike, as always, looking pretty. I actually need to wax this thing again. Scotty's got all his parts together for his motor. He got his head put together last night with the 60-pound valve springs. He's just got to go ahead and move his exhaust couplers over, and he's going to strip his engine and just go through it just to be sure. We did get a starter finally in for this motor, which goes on that bike. Once Scotty's got his together, he's going to jump back on this. Colorado bike received his swing arm in. Just got an email back from Rob Bush. They're having vendor issues. It's going to be a couple more weeks on the transmission for that, unfortunately. Let's see. The nitrous is installed on Gypsy. I went ahead and did that. Took me about an hour. He'll trade me an hour of shop labor for that. So he'll come in here and work for me for an hour, and ta-da, it's exchanged. This bike, haven't heard back. This bike, I need someone to pull the motor. Probably what I'll do is I'll have him pull that motor for me. And of course, my bike's still sitting here. I need to go get that dang exhaust put on that thing. But it is what it is. For now, we're rocking and rolling on priority 1. I have a feeling I will have all the power and E85 tuning done today and be working my way into gasoline, which will be freaking awesome. It's starting to run phenomenal. The more I finesse it, the more I work it, the better it runs. I did have a stumble below 3,000 at wide open throttle. Found that it was just a fat spot, and the accel enrichment was still set fairly violent. It was just something that got tweaked by one of the many people who remoted in from Fuel Tech to help me try and solve the issue. They thought it might be an accel enrichment issue. It was not. So there was 3 milliseconds of accel enrichment, which is a lot. So I've knocked that down to 1.5. And we'll see if it's a little happier with that, because it would no, you want whoom. And every time I looked at where it stumbled, it was accel enrichment. So what we got going on, may put a video in here at the end of this thing making a pull, but I'm kind of trying to work and not film. It slows me down to film. So I'm going to go grab lunch. I've been waiting for UPS long enough, and grab some E85 for this to get it up to true E85 for the power pulls here in a little while. Later, guys. Alright, folks, so I've been playing music on laptop all freaking day. This is really annoying. I need to get a new laptop. I did wind up telling Chad he can just keep that one if he signs a piece of paper dissolving the business. That is certified and currently sitting in Birmingham. It's supposed to be going to him. It's supposed to have been at him like 3 days ago. But anyway, we've turned this thing up. We were at 24 pounds of boost on the last pull. I threw another 5 on the dome because it's starting to take a lot on the dome to make any power. So I'm hoping to make real close to like 470. Would be nice. I want to make 500 and call it done. I don't know what it's going to take. I'm betting it's upward of 30 pounds of boost. We'll see, but I'm going to set you guys up to film this. I just played musical laptops again, throwing the tune in it. So let's see what happens. Just kind of set you all up. Ooh, I know what I'll do. I'm going to leave this uncut just because I can. But I'm going to take this camera. I'm going to use it as a prop to hold this camera. Except I don't think it's going to work so well. We'll see. And y'all are going to have a little piece of screen down at the bottom, whatever. That'll work. So, let's see what you do. I'm having to use shop air to apply the pressure to the gate, to the boost controller, because the swing arm tank does not have enough volume. So I'm going to go ahead and put him a bottle up under here. He's got more than enough compressor, he just doesn't have enough reserve volume for the boost control. So I'll go ahead and add that, and that should help out a lot. This could get spicy! The tire's still warm too. Here we go. really think it didn't make much more boost. There was a hiccup there. I got to see what that was in the log. But honestly, that felt like about the same boost. It looked like about the same boost. The power was about the same boost. So I think we're just getting to the point where the back pressure is starting to climb dramatically, and I'm really going to have to get rowdy with what I put on the gate.